Hey YouTube family, welcome back to Oregon Expeditions. In today's episode, we are going to have a little rivalry between Salem, Oregon and Albany, Oregon. And I have a very special guest with me today. Her name is Leanna Langley, and she is a real estate expert as well as an Albany native. So hopefully in this video, get a little bit better understanding of what it's going to be like to live in the two cities and which one's going to be right for you. And if there's any other cities in Oregon that you want me to compare, go ahead and drop me a comment below. But for now, let's get to Albany versus Salem. You know, I think Salem's got this, but I'll leave that for you to decide. Let's go. Okay, so starting off, one of the biggest things you'll notice about Salem and Albany is the size difference.
Yes.
The population in Salem is 177,000. And what about Albany?
Well, we're looking at 55,000
With,
some people coming in from some other areas of our surrounding towns.
Yeah, so it's about a third of the size, population-wise,
Yes.
as compared to Salem. Yep.
Location. I know you're a little further north than me, but how far?
That's right. We're about 20 miles north of Albany. So if you are more into like getting into bigger cities, maybe Salem's a little bit better choice for you because it's only about an hour, 45 minutes from Portland.
Yeah.
Whereas Albany is a little bit further, but still it's not too bad.
Yeah, another 2 hours from Portland area, but
Yeah, but it's very
Yes.
convenient for Corvallis and for Eugene even.
yes.
And Lebanon.
Yes.
Which is a great place. They have a lot more maybe obtainable homes in Sweet Home and
Yes.
Lebanon
Yes.
than they do in Albany.
Yes, for sure. And if you're talking about cities around the five, Albany is getting super popular because we still have that kind of hometown feel.
Yeah, that's right. And they both are really central, and they have a lot of great amenities close by. Like the coast, I think it's about the same, about an
Yeah.
hour from Albany or
Yes.
Salem.
Right.
If you want to go to the mountains, it's kind of the same kind of deal.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you're looking into a lot of the scene of things to do, I'd say probably Salem might have us beat a little bit.
Maybe
Yeah.
just another thing that comes with the population size. There's going to be more things to do. I mean, we have a big venue, the fairgrounds. We have the state fair. We also have the riverfront, which has a lot of events throughout the year. There's Pride and
Yeah.
the Bite and the World Beat and movies in the park. And there's also just like wine tasting and
Yeah.
beer runs or whatever they're called.
Right.
Walks or yeah.
Right? Are you
Throughout-
walking? Are you running?
Yeah,
I
so
don't know.
there's definitely a lot to do. Probably a little bit more than Albany, but tell me about some of the great things there is to do in Albany too.
Yeah, so of course our neighbor here sitting
Yes.
to the south of you, we are going to have a little bit more of a specialized feel, if you will, really more of a contained vibe. So if you're looking for a wine walk downtown, we've got that. We also have movies in the park, like Monteith Park, and we have river rhythms, and of course the big one that we're super proud of is our Northwest Art and Air Fest
Ooh.
in August with
Yeah.
all the hot air balloons.
Oh wow! I'm gonna have to go check that
Right?
out. Yeah,
it's fun.
Have you ever been in a hot
Yeah,
air balloon?
Night Glow is
yeah.
amazing. So
What's night glow?
Yeah, so night glow is when you go there and then in the evening they start lighting up the balloons, and the balloons are all super lit up. And so you've got all these gorgeous balloons that are just magnificent and glowing, and it's
Okay.
super fun. It's
Well, I think you might
great
have us
for
beat there.
families.
I don't believe we have any sort
Yeah.
of hot air balloons that glow in the
Right.
night
Yeah.
coming out of Salem, Oregon.
yeah.
Okay. Well, that's cool. So, I mean, traffic I heard is not too great in Albany,
Oh, yeah. you
but
know,
it's neither is Salem.
Yeah, we're getting a little pigeonholed down there. So if you're used to lots of outlets, like, you're going to skirt around this way on another freeway, or,
Yeah.
if you're coming from a super large city, we don't really have that in Albany. We've got kind of some main drags. I mean, once we start working together and we are moving around the city, of course, I'll be able to show you some back ways. But
Yes.
it does tend to plug up around the 5 o'clock
Do you think
hour.
it's just a population kind of problem, or the infrastructure needs to be a little bit better, or maybe it's a combination of the two since Albany is growing fairly quickly?
Yes. I think it's a combination of the two. We are finding that people really love moving to Albany versus Salem.
Yes.
But we do, of course, have our own set of infrastructure problems, and the city is growing faster than I think we can keep up with.
Yeah.
Traffic-wise.
Yeah, Salem is also growing. I think they do a fairly good job of trying to keep up with the infrastructure, with the roadways and whatnot. But there's definitely, and I feel like I can get from one point of town to another 15 minutes for most of the time. But rush hour is terrible on Lancaster Road and Commercial. Those are really busy roads in Salem.
Yeah.
Also, if you are trying to get to West Salem, pretty much any time of the day, but especially at those rush hour moments, it's so congested. Like, you'll probably spend 15-20 minutes just waiting to get over the bridge.
Right.
So you're not getting anywhere quick over there.
I think I shared with you my secret. If I'm showing property in, of course, Northwest Salem at 5, when people are usually off work, then I'll be coming the back way up 99 from Independence.
That's smart.
And popping in that way.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Yes,
I try not to mess with that.
That
as
bridge.
much as possible.
Yeah, it can get ugly.
West Salem is absolutely beautiful, and it's a great place to be, but I have never lived over there. I've lived in Salem pretty much my whole life. I had a short stint in Eugene, but I've never once had the urge to live over there because of that bridge.
Yes, definitely one of those things.
Yeah. We do have a pretty robust transit system. We have the Chariot bus system, which runs, I believe, from about 5 a.m. until all the way till 11 o'clock at night, and it covers pretty much. I think you have a bus stop anywhere in the city that you're located. There are buses that actually go to Wilsonville from Salem, and then also Dallas. Yeah, those ones don't run on the weekend, but it's a nice option to have for people that maybe work up there and they need that public transit system.
Yeah, and
what's going on in Albany?
So our transit, I mean, we do have one, and it doesn't run that robust hour late into the night, but kind of a 9 to 5 vibe. And it does, of course, commute over to Sweet Home, Lebanon, and it does bring people into the community college.
Nice.
Tell
me about some of your schools in Albany.
So we have Lynn Benton Community College, and it is a very large community college, very popular, and really a great affordable segue into Oregon State University.
That's right.
Which is just down the road from us in Corvallis. Go Beavs.
Yeah. Well, sure. We won't get into that in this video.
Right. Yes.
Maybe for another one.
Right. And then we have, of course, the Lebanon College, which there's a big medical program there. And we also have, oh my gosh, what else is, up the road in Monmouth.
Oh, Western.
Yes.
That's right. So that's actually very convenient to Salem. Actually, do you think that might be closer to Salem than Albany?
I mean, it could be splitting hairs there.
We'll both take Western. Yeah. But in Salem, we have a private university called Willamette University, which specializes in law. They also have a bunch of business and art programs. Like Lynn Benton, we have Shemeketa, which is a great starting place for people who want to maybe get their associates or maybe transfer to a higher education as Western or OSU.
Right.
Maybe they can move down to Albany after they get
the
transition, and then also go to OSU.
Right.
And then we have a private Christian university, Corbin University.
Yeah. Lynn Benton, if I can touch on, it has great trade programs. They actually have a big mechanical
which
program.
Is needed, and it's just wonderful that they offer that.
Yeah, so good blue-collar trades, which we definitely need.
Those trade schools are
are
definitely needed.
Yeah. As far as, Salem versus Albany, it really depends on what you're looking for. If you want more kind of that busy city life, or if you're looking to slow down a little bit, then I'd say Albany might be for you more than Salem.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Salem is, it's not Portland.
Right? It's not Portland.
It's somewhere in between the two.
Yeah.
We definitely offer maybe a lot more things to do or venues.
A lot more restaurants.
A lot more restaurants. And we also have a lot more crime.
Yeah.
So if that's something you're really worried about, maybe Albany might be a better choice. But to be honest, I have never been a victim or felt unsafe in Salem. I go for walks all the time, even at night. I have noticed a robbery once. While I'm at Town Center, and then that same day I also witnessed a hit and run.
Oh.
So those days do come along, but if you're good and you stay out of trouble,
right.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that anymore, I mean, everybody's dealing with those kind of petty crimes, and I think it's just kind of everywhere you might even move to, really.
Yeah, I mean, those are just the problems that go along with pretty much any city
Any
of Salem
popular
side.
area. Yeah.
So that's it.
Whatever.
Okay, well, let's touch a little bit on industry and businesses here in Salem and in Albany.
Yeah. So Albany, you're going to look at more kind of a mix of blue collar and white collar jobs. So pretty heavy manufacturing kind of industry over in Albany. And then, of course, on the outskirts, we've got timber and,
I think it's a bit more rural than Salem.
Yes, lots of farms and that kind of vibe. As far as Salem
is, we have a lot of state jobs here. There's quite a few professional, healthcare. We have the Salem Hospital. In Salem, we have two hospitals, one that takes care of your body health and the other one that takes care of more of your mental health.
Yes.
We also have, it seems like every month there's new businesses coming into the area. We have Amazon, we have Costco, which isn't new, but they just moved into a new location, and then they just opened a Chick-fil-A.
That was so needed.
Oh, okay. Did you go to the Salem Costco when it was in the other
yes.
location? Oh.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
It's horrible. Yeah, I know. Albany, speaking of Costco, we do have one, and we've already outgrown it. But we do have that giant Winco now, which is awesome.
Super nice, yeah. Their Winco in Albany is nicer than both of the ones that we have here in Salem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a new Chick-fil-A and Starbucks, and I mean we have who needs more Starbucks? Salem needs more Starbucks.
I feel like we have coffee covered in
we absolutely do.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, let's talk about coffee.
I actually just released a video on all the top 5 places to go in Salem for coffee.
Nice.
Check that out.
Okay.
Head on over there.
I will.
Yeah, but maybe tell me a little bit about your coffee scene.
Okay. I mean, there's always Starbucks.
Yeah.
Because what fuels our industry? What fuels real estate?
Caffeine.
Yes.
Caffeine in all forms, but especially coffee.
Yes. Yeah. So Starbucks, and then we have some independent. We have Sanium Coffee Company over in Lebanon.
Those are more local.
Yes.
To Albany.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, we have our big, which started out at Grants Pass. We have Dutch Brothers.
Yes. Oh, Dutch Brothers are almost as bad as Starbucks.
Yes. They are.
They are almost on every corner over here.
Yes.
And I think they might be even expanding over to the East Coast. But
they are, slowly.
I know here in the Northwest,
yes.
They are a big one.
Yeah. They started out of Southern Oregon to look for the blue windmill that looks like you're in Holland.
That's right.
Versus the green siren. So if I was looking around for older homes, what does Salem have? Because I feel like we probably have you beat.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. Ooh. Yeah. Downtown Salem has so many historic homes in the Bush Park area, in just surrounding downtown. The homes are, I would say, definitely over 100 years old, and they have amazing architecture. Mm-hmm. The downtown is very historic. We have the Elsinore Theater, we have the Reed Opera House, and they're all just great, big, beautiful, historic buildings. I wouldn't want to be located in any of them if there were an earthquake.
Right.
But yeah, they do add a certain charm
Yeah.
to Salem.
Right.
And I do know Albany has a rich historic.
We do, yes. So we have what's called the Hackelman and Monteith districts. And again, you'll find gorgeous homes. We also have, of course, our Christmas parlor tour, and we have a summer historic tour that goes on. So be sure to check that out if you're in
Tell
the
me
area.
about those.
Yeah, so
That sounds magical.
yeah, our Christmas parlor tour is when, if I remember right, you have a trolley. Is there a trolley? Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
A trolley, I'm already sold on the trolley.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so if we are in downtown Albany at Christmas time, there will be a trolley that will take you to the historic districts. And what will happen is you'll get on this trolley and then
Okay.
they start stopping at homes that are on parlor tour. These get quickly sold out. They're very, very popular. I've talked to homeowners who say there are easily 100 people through their home. So,
Oh, okay. So the homeowners allow people to come
They
and view
do.
their historic home.
yes.
Yeah, they're all decked.
Out there.
Okay. Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
Decorated. Yes.
Okay, I can't say that I know of if we have any trolleys taking you from historic home to historic home here in Salem.
Right.
So whatever.
Yes. Yes. You can drive around at Christmas and
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, with that, we've definitely touched on everything. We've got it. We've got it all done. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining Leanna and I on this kind of breakdown of the differences between Salem and Albany. And, you know, I'm not going to play favorites, but I think Salem might have won here.
Well, you'll have to choose.
Yeah,
this
that
channel to
really,
see more, but
that really just depends on you.
yes.
And if you're thinking about moving to the Willamette Valley, again, reach out to Leanna and I, and we'd be happy to help you on your
Yes.
Oregon expedition.
Yes.
Please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate that. It not only helps me, but it also helps viewers like you who are thinking about moving to the area to find the channel easier. The algorithm does something. Yeah,
Yes.
when you like and when you subscribe.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.